Hi everyone, hope you're well. So it's Wednesday the 10th of April, so it's day 10 and the light is so bright right now and I can't, oh actually, did that make a difference? That kind of makes a difference. I don't know what's going on. Because it's a webcam, all the settings are automatic, so I've been trying to sort it out a bit. Maybe that is slightly better after all, I don't know. Anyway, I hope you're well. Put up with me turning into some kind of ghost. Oh look, oh, that's made it adjust. Okay, if I hold my hands up, then you can see me properly. If I take them away, I don't know. You're just gonna have to deal with it. What if I move them? No, I don't know. Anyway, I hope you're all well. So it's slightly random introduction just then. So what have I been up to today? First off, I haven't actually played any Monster Hunter. I played a bit of Awesomenauts earlier. I just wanted to mention that because I haven't played it for a couple of weeks. It's a new league or season that they call just started. So I'm very, very low, but I might take it up again and see how high I can rise. And I think they might have fixed the ranking system because my rank used to be pretty good in the last season, well, pretty good for a beginner, and now I'm like in the bottom of the current season after a couple of games. So, which is where I feel like I should be. So I think they've probably fixed it, and I need to actually learn to get better at the game. But I find Awesomenauts really fun. I'm not really into MOBAs that much, but Awesomenauts is really fun. And I'm really distracted by my own face being oh, why is it doing that? It's so annoying. Anyway, I thought it'd be good to record with sunlight out, but apparently not. But anyway, let me know if any of you play Awesomenauts. I'd really like to see the game get a lot more popular, because I know LoL and stuff has other MOBAs, like traditional, they're not even that old, but other MOBAs have a really big following and audience and everything, and Awesomenauts doesn't seem to have the same kind of following. But it would be really cool if it did, because then it would be worthwhile doing videos about it and stuff. I do actually really enjoy it, despite not, but I don't really enjoy other MOBAs like LoL and stuff quite so much, but I enjoy Awesomenauts because it's a bit more fast-paced, maybe. People are going to freak out at me for saying things like that. I know people are really into LoL, but I find it very hard to get into. But Awesomenauts is different because it's 2D and it's kind of platforming. I find it a lot more easy. I think the best way to describe it, and I have a couple of friends who play LoL who say that Awesomenauts is too hard. So this isn't just my opinion, but I think it's harder to get good at. But for me personally, it feels more fun right from the beginning. So I'm prepared to kind of play it lots and get good at it and learn how to be good at it, because it feels more fun for me personally, my personal taste. But anyway, give Awesomenauts a try if you haven't, especially if you see it on sale or anything, because I think it's a really cool game. It's really, and so all the characters have their own little theme tunes and stuff. It's really, really funny. So anyway, that's gaming bit for today. What else? I'm going to do some more work on my game in a bit, and I think I was going to talk about, because yesterday I went away. Oh, that's better actually. Shall I just stay here? I'm in proper focus now. Okay. Yesterday after my vlog, I went away and worked on my game. So I had some thoughts. Despite having not worked on it yet today, a couple of things I think about yesterday is I have some complicated systems in my game. With the I briefly mentioned the fact that you're harvesting monsters, basically. A bit like the way you do in Monster Hunter, where you're killing monsters and then taking bones and stuff. But my game goes into all of that in a lot more detail. So it's less action-based, it's more kind of turn-based and strategic, especially in combat, because what you do affects the condition of the monster's parts when it's dead. And then it's it's a lot more about crafting, which is another whole system that I've created for crafting. But the looting as such of the monster parts is a lot more in depth and complicated, and you have multiple different skills for like skinning and stuff, and also the monster generations more complicated than it arguably needs to be, because I want it to be, and I want it to be its unique selling point. I want it to be what's special about the game, or one of the things that's special about the game is the random monster generation. And so there's a couple of these systems in the game that are really kind of complicated, and it's a long process of working stuff out and coming up with ideas and finding a way, also kind of sometimes making it simpler. But long story short, details aside, I was thinking about something I was told by a writing tutor when I was at uni about, I'm not going to name drop, but it's quite a successful screenwriter, and he said to me that writer's block is usually a good thing, because it's a good thing because it means you've found a problem that there's no obvious answer to. Because if there's an obvious answer, then it's probably just a cliche answer, and it's nothing special if it just comes off the top of your head. And if you have writer's block, that means you've found a problem that nobody's done before. So if you personally can work hard and struggle and eventually find an answer to that problem, I mean, in his case, he was talking about a problem in a plot, in a script or something, or a problem in how to make what to do in a story or something. And in this case, I'm looking at a problem in making this game just right. But basically, I quite like this idea that if you can find an answer to a problem that no one's ever found an answer to before, then that creates real value in whatever it is you're creating, because you've found an answer that no one else has found before. So yeah, some of the things in my game, they're taking me quite a while to work out exactly how I want them to work and how I want them to be. But that means that when I do work it out, they're going to be completely unique. And if it was a case that, like especially some of the games I made in the past, if it was a case that the answer is just obvious and it's just a mishmash of ideas I like from other games, then the combination might be unique to an extent, but ultimately the game itself isn't very original. It's just a load of rehashed ideas from other things. Whereas one of the things that excites me about making this game is that I've got a lot of ideas in it that I think will be original when it's done, but it's hard work. Basically, it's hard work trying to make it good, but I think it's worth it. But I just wanted to talk about that idea because I think a lot of people struggle with things they're working on, and so it's worth bearing in mind if you're in that situation yourself creatively with whatever it is you might be working on, where you're not entirely sure what to do to make it the way you want it to be. Don't give up, because that's probably a good place to be, because it means you're trying to come up with a new idea. And the more difficult it is to come up with, then the better the idea is going to be, because that means you'll eventually come up with an idea that's really difficult to come up with, that nobody else has ever managed to do. So don't see it as a failure if you're struggling. See it as you've actually found an opportunity to do something original and meaningful that hasn't been achieved before. Because in the case just to make it clear what I mean, the alternative, the other side, is that if you just instantly know, oh yeah, just do this, then it's nearly always because it's been done before. And the reason you know, and that's what you're drawing from, is you're drawing from, oh yeah, you should do it this way, like straight away, because that's not actually an original idea. That's actually just your brain remembering ways you've seen it done well before. I mean, it's not to say that unoriginal games aren't fun, but that's just not what I'm making at the moment. The other thing I was going to say about, actually, on the subject of maybe more unoriginal ideas, is another thing I get a lot when I'm concentrating a lot on one project, is because I'm forcing myself to concentrate on one thing, my brain starts wanting to do other things. And I start coming up with loads of ideas, because I'm thinking up, I think it's mostly because you're thinking up ideas for what you're doing, and a lot of those ideas you're then going, actually that idea doesn't fit. But part of your brain is going, that idea doesn't fit, but it's still a really cool idea. And so I still really want to do that. That's a really nice little gem. I'd still like to do something with that in something else. So I start thinking up ideas for other games while working on this game. And I think that's a really interesting subject as well, because that's another reason why it's good to just try stuff out. And like I was saying about these vlogs, to just work on stuff, is that already in these vlogs there's some subjects, including this subject today, that I think, well, actually maybe it'd be really good to like concisely script this out and do a really good high quality video about this, because sometimes when you're just doing stuff, you'll come up with extra ideas just by doing, that if you were sitting around not doing anything, just trying to come up with a perfect idea, you wouldn't be coming up with all these extra little ideas that might themselves turn into really good stuff. Because it's just, by doing stuff, it means that your brain's working, I guess. Anyway, I'm starting to ramble a little bit, and the lighting has really annoyed me today. I might see if I can find some way to override the automatic settings and stuff. I'll see. Anyway, I hope you're well, and that some of you found this subject interesting. I completely understand that not all of you, it maybe won't be relevant to all of you, but it's just something I wanted to talk about. So I hope you're well, and I will see you tomorrow.